Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the N.G.L.A. podcast, man. What's having a few technical difficulties. Hopefully, we can get through this video without no more, man. So today, first of all, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. I truly do appreciate it. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy drop a dope video. Definitely going to be getting into different things really soon. And, yeah, man, we're going to have some fun with this. So today, we're going to talk about Trump going to Texas to visit families and people out there, you know, with the whole Texas flood situation. Also, we're going to be talking about going over PBD Podcast, talking about these Epstein files being released. Maybe they got some more information that we don't know about. We're going to find out today. Also, her name is very hard to spell, but it's following up on this whole Trump Texas flood situation and them blaming him for it. And she's going to break down. Her name is N.G.L.A. Hope I'm saying it right, because I don't want to disrespect her. She's very dope. She definitely has some dope following, dope content. Definitely go check her out. Once again, her name is N.G.L.A. I hope I'm saying that right. But she's going to break down how the Dems are going crazy, trying to blame Trump and blame racism for the floods happening in Texas. Also, Liberty Hangout. She kind of has, her content is sort of like James Klug. She's dope too. She goes around in the streets and she just, you know, respectfully asks people questions. And this one is a little funny. That's why I'm playing it. So yeah, man, let's get into it, man. So this is Trump. This is a short video. This is Trump I believe at the White House, of course. I think he's at the White House. And he's just talking to the press and going to give a little briefing on him going to Texas. And let's get into it.
Mr. President, sir. We're going to Texas. Some of you are coming with us. How are you? And it's a horrible thing. Nobody can even believe it, such a thing. That much water that fast. Without a dam break, you'd think a dam would have to break to have it. So it's a terrible thing, but we're going to be there with some of the great families and others, the governor, everybody. Going to be there.
Will you plan to talk to the Brazilian president about the tariffs?
Maybe at some point I'll talk to him. Right now I'm not. They're treating President Bolsonaro very unfairly. He's a good man. You know, I know him well. I negotiated with him. He was a very tough negotiator, and I can tell you he was a very honest man, and he loved the people of Brazil. He was a very tough guy to negotiate with. I shouldn't like him because he was very tough in negotiation, but he was also very honest. And I know the honest ones, and I know the crooked ones. We're going to see. It was sent yesterday. They called. I think it was fairly well received. It's what we need. So we'll see what happens.
Russian drones hit a maternity hospital in Ukraine overnight. Your reaction to
I know. You'll be seeing things happen.
Now that you will go to Texas, are you planning on delivering any type of help for undocumented families that lost everything, including their children?
I think we've done very well on immigration. We were given a very bad hand by Biden. He allowed 25 million people to come in totally unchecked, unvetted. We're getting the criminals out, and we're getting them out fast. The courts have ultimately done the right thing. Amazingly, they've really done the right thing, and they understand it's really the survival of our country. It's a very important thing. We can't have like 11,888 murderers. And, you know, something that you should have that you haven't reported. As you know, 300,000 children are missing, right? 300,000 under Biden. And we've already gotten back 10,000 of those children. And we have a lot more planned to come back. We're getting them back by the thousands. But 300,000, and we, as of this morning, over 10,000 we've gotten back.
I wanted to say real quick, video's almost done, but can't help it. It's a helicopter in the background. That shit loud as hell, but we can't help it. So it's a short video though.
What is your advice to countries worldwide ahead of the upcoming tariff deadline?
Oh, I think just keep working hard. You know, we've been taken advantage of for many, many years by countries, both friend and foe. And frankly, the friends have been worse than the foes in many cases. So I would say just keep working. It's all going to work out. I think he's doing a terrible job. I think we should be, I think we should be 3 points lower interest rate. He's costing our country a lot of money. We should be number one, and we're not. And that's because of Jerome Powell. In terms of interest, we are number one in the world. Look, I'll tell you a little simple language. 1 year ago, our country was a dead country. We were going nowhere except down. We were the laughing stock all over the world. And now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're number one everywhere, anywhere in the world. And that's all they're talking about is our country. 1 year ago, it was a dead country. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Y'all heard him. Hottest country anywhere in the world. That nigga is a salesman for real. That shit is funny. That's what he do though, man. That's Trump, you know. He gonna tell you everything is the greatest ever, the greatest country on the planet Earth. There's no other country that's better. And I don't want to hear you say anything different. But yeah, man, you know, he was just giving a little update. That dude Jerome Powell, man, he really needs to get with the program, man. It's just like, my whole thing is, man, is that they just do it just to do it. You know, I seen a little thing that he had, and he was trying to blame the tariffs and trying to say, we need to see what the tariffs do. But the tariffs have been proven to work. The tariffs are bringing in money, and it's opening up the markets for American goods to go to other markets. You know, so I don't see why he's not. He's just obviously just doing it because, you know, he wants to go against Trump. And that's usually what most of this stuff just be about. You know, whatever we can do to try to hurt Trump's administration, we're going to do. So it's sad, but that's the reality, and Trump knows it. He knows it, and he knows at the end of the day, it is what it is. And he's just going to deal with it as it comes. But let's get into this video with N.G.L.A at Punobi. See what she's talking about.
So as many of you know by now, Central Texas has been experiencing devastating flash floods, which at the point of this recording have claimed 95 lives, many of those lives being children's lives. And what's been unbelievable to see on social media is responses from people saying that Texas deserves this because they're Republican or because they're white or because of who they voted for. And today we're going to show you some of those responses. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
All right, guys, so today's topic is a little shocking and reminds me of some humanity that we have lost along the way in our political divides and just the division that we're experiencing as a country in general. Now, as I said before, Central Texas has been experiencing these devastating flash floods that have taken 95 lives now. And particularly this place called Camp Mystic is going viral. It's a Christian summer camp for young girls. And 24 of these young girls have lost their lives as they were camping, presumably by a river when these flash floods came in, without a moment's notice. Now, of course, this is going to be devastating for so many people. I can't imagine what it's like for them to even be experiencing this, to lose your life in the wake of this, and how families are going to respond, peers are going to respond. The community of Central Texas is going to deal with the grief of such loss. What's insane to me, though, is to see people respond to this, see these stories, hear about the devastation, and then they say that this is what Texas deserves, and this is what these individuals, even these little girls, deserved.
I'm going to say it because y'all scary as and I don't give a damn. Them little girls, them people died because of racism, not politics. Boom, I said it. I don't give a and am I sad? No. Nope. Because more YT people will have to DIE in order for motherfuckers to what? CARE.
So I think I seen this. I think I played this clip of her wilding. But I wanted to get her opinion on this, and she'll probably show some videos that I didn't show in them. Just like the Epstein thing. We're gonna show videos of just updating on everything in general. And get some new information, as well as some information that I already might have played on the channel. But this is ridiculous, bro. Just the fact that, like, what does a natural disaster have to do with racism? Like, at all. This happened because of racism? Like, this is the lunacy, and it's just insane, bro. For you to even get on your channel and just promote that. And I've said it before, man. Racism is in all demographics of people. It's just what it is. I know Spanish people that don't fuck with black people. I know black people that don't fuck with white people. I know white people that don't fuck with, black people. Like, it's that division is in, especially in America. They have taught us to hate one another, because of our skin color or whatever it is, And at the end of the day, the fact that I gotta stop saying that. And I said it. At the end of the day, I be watching my videos and it's hilarious because I keep saying that, whatever. It is what it is. But this is crazy, bro. Racism.
I said what the I said. I don't give a and minds are here with me. We voted the correct way. You reap what the you sow. Just the night before the flash flood happened, y'all were okay with motherfuckers being stripped away from their motherfucking families and never seeing them again. People being deported. Y'all were okay with that. Be okay with not finding Sarah Lou. Be okay with not finding Billy. Be okay with never seeing them again. Keep that same energy, because I am
that's
I'm here for
crazy.
I am so here for it.
Just the hate is wild.
I've been reading the comments and the shit y'all be saying. Y'all didn't give a on us brown people. We sorry that it's white people now, but that's going to happen. This is going to be a repetitive cycle going to happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until y'all get tired. Racism cost y'all more than y'all thought. Racism wrote that line? Racism wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash. Yeah, racism wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash. And guess who's paying for it? Okay.
This is deranged. I mean, there's no other, this is deranged. First of all, to cheer on the deaths of little girls who did not vote, have nothing to do with your political system, and then attribute that to racism somehow. Please make that make sense for me. This is absolutely insane. And I can't imagine just losing your humanity in this way, that you can't connect to human lives lost, innocent human lives lost. Because what? Because the state of Texas went red. I don't understand exactly even what it is you're trying to say here. Now, she likens this to the immigration deportations that are happening in the wake of this whole Trump administration and their call to mass deport illegal immigrants in this country. Is an illegal immigrant getting deported, which, mind you, does not mean they can never see their family again.
So I want to say this, though, before she finished her thought. It's funny how they want to champion illegal immigrants, right? Which there is a pathway to citizenship in America. And there's a lot of immigrants who came to America who are living the American dream, who are prospering here, who came the right way. Y'all are mad and protesting and doing all of these things that the Democrats want y'all to do because they're deporting illegal immigrants the same way Obama did, the same way every president does. And you're relating a flood to racism, but yet you weren't saying anything when all of these illegal immigrants were taking up welfare, Medicaid, Medicare, all of these resources that could have been going to veterans, homeless people, black people, white people, Spanish people. It seemed like the more we try to get away from racism, it's always some black people trying to bring us right back and remind everybody like, no, don't forget, everybody racist. And it's like, come on, bro, it is what it is. At one point in history, slavery existed all around the world. And the history that they don't teach you is that it was black people that was selling their own people to the white people. But I don't hear nobody saying anything about the Africans who were selling other Africans to the Europeans. They don't tell you that part of the history. They leave that part out conveniently, you know? And it's all a mind thing because they want you to think that white people are superior to black people. And that's the whole point. We came and we snatched y'all and we took y'all religion. We took y'all everything. And now y'all got what we want y'all to have. So I just see a lot of black people, you know, and I'm not saying all black people. I'm just saying I see a lot of black people, dudes like Roland Martin, dudes like Al Sharpton, who keep pushing racism every time. They don't want to talk about the black on black crime, which is the most thing that's detrimental to the black community. They don't want to talk about that. But they want to find that one story somewhere, anywhere in America where a white guy was being racist to a black guy. They want to find that story and they want to get by the black guy's side and they want to push it. They want to make money off of it. They want to put it in the news cycle. And it's the same thing over and over. Nobody's saying that racism doesn't exist, but it's just not to the degree that they try to make it like it was in the 50s, 60s, and stuff like that. When it was segregation, Jim Crow law, and all of that. It's just not the same. And the sad part is, we, you know, just make a bunch of people that aren't racist try to feel bad. And I spoke about this in a previous episode, and I showed the video with the guy from 2003. His name was Aaron McGruder, and he was saying basically like and he was on point with it. Any sympathy that anybody had, not just white people, anybody had for the black struggle is gone. Nobody cares no more, bro. And that's the thing. It's the fact that nobody cares, so everybody got to keep reminding you that racism is still here and it exists. But you're racist. So that was racist. What she said was racist, bro. She literally had no sympathy for children who didn't vote, had nothing to do with not voting for Kamala. Like, come on, what are we talking about?
Is that the same as a human being losing their life forever? not having a beating heart, not having air in the lungs. Is that the same thing? I don't think it is. And arguably, the deportations are making your country safer and are saving lives in more ways than one. And here you are cheering on the deaths of dozens of little girls. And this is not the only person. Destiny said maybe the kids weren't fit for camping near a river if they couldn't swim. And I guess this tweet has since been deleted because it's crazy. Stupid. Other people have hopped on X and said, "Ruh-roh, Texas, what you gonna do? There's no FEMA to pick you up by your bootstraps. They gave it all to ICE. Texas deserves every flood. God has spoken and it hates Texas. Cry harder. Texas deserves it. It's not awful. It's what Texas deserves." And there's more here, as you can go ahead and read. A pediatrician ended up being fired, luckily, for saying that these floods are deserved because Trump voters are getting what they voted for. Are you guys okay? Now, first of all, let's just talk about this from a logical perspective. I imagine that not everybody who lost their lives in these flash floods happens to even be a supporter of Donald Trump. So what do you even have to say to that? There are children here who hopefully are not involved in any political discussions whatsoever, but it doesn't matter because these innocent children have lost their lives while they were at summer camp. So what are you even cheering on in the first place? And regardless of all of that, you can have political divides and disagreements over the way this country should be run or how people should be treated or the morality of being a Republican and still have humanity present in your heart, mind, and soul or whatever it is that anybody believes in here to say that somebody losing their lives in this absolutely tragic, torturous way should not be wished upon anybody at any given moment. For whatever reason. I'm not going to spend more time on this subject than it's worth. Obviously, this is something horrible that people are going to be dealing with the grief of, the turmoil of for quite some time, and they should be left alone to do exactly that. The only thing I'm going to say is no matter what your political affiliation is, no matter how you view the political disagreements of our time, should you be wishing death upon another individual? I sure as hell am not. I don't care if you are completely politically opposed to me in every single way. I hope that you live a happy, prosperous life that helps you flourish and helps you be content. I don't want to see you lose your life. And to want that for other people, and children more so than anyone else, is just absolutely insane. You have some internal looking to do, maybe some meditating.
Yeah, man, that joint is crazy. You know, shout out to her, man, for, you know, talking about that whole situation. And definitely go check her channel out. Like I said, her name is N.G.L.A. She definitely got a hard name to pronounce. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But anyway, on to the next situation, man. And rest in peace, man, to, you know, all them children and all them people that, you know, lost everything and lost family members, man. I just think really, man, like you right, it is. It's really sad, bro. It is, bro. You know, nobody wants to lose, you know, a loved one, you know what I'm saying? And then for it to be like this, like, that joint is tragic, bro. But it just goes to show you like, I've seen many of videos, man. Listen. Hate is in every party. It's all around, right? But like the contrast between Republicans and Democrats, and once again, I'm neither, right? But I've seen videos where people like the girl I'm about to show you, she might have even been the one, to be honest with you. Figure her name, but she'll probably say it. But I know her channel is called Liberty Hangout. And I think it was her, bro, who took, I might be wrong, but one of them took a Democrat, a black guy, and I believe he was even Muslim, an American Muslim, and took him to the Republican side, right? Democrats were protesting. I think Donald Trump was having the event, and it was a bunch of Republicans going inside to, you know, go to the event. And I believe it was her, took him, whoever it was, took him over to the Republican side. And all the Republicans were nice to him. They invited him in. They said, yo, you could come with us. You're good. Like, it wasn't no racism. It wasn't all of the things that he was trying to. If anything, all he did was make them feel weird. Because he was bringing up shit that they like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, he started bringing up the 1600s and when racism, and they're looking at this dude like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, we're just trying to go to this event and have a good time, bro, because we're voting for Donald Trump, right? And on the other side, on the Democratic side, when he was over there, all you just seen was hate, bro. It was just hate. People ready to fight. Ready to put hands on you. Over what, bro? Over what? Over a vote? Come on, bro. Like, P, it's sad. And it's going to show you, like, the type of things that you see when people like her and people like James Klug go out and interview Democrats and people in the streets, and you just see the hate. You just see it. They say the most hateful shit, and you be like, damn. Like, because you voted for a person? Like, and then my whole thing is, I will keep saying it. The independent lady, before Trump got elected, said exactly what most people were thinking that voted for Donald Trump that might have voted Democrat the election before. I can't risk it. I'm broke. Shit fucked up. I got no money in my savings. Everything is going down the tube. And when Trump was in office, I was good. I had money in my pocket. See, people don't understand. They want to bring up racism. They want to bring up all of these different things. But the one thing that they're not talking about is money. Money. People care about taking care of their families, bro. People care about being able to have affordable rent, affordable groceries, affordable gas. You keep bringing up racism. They looking at, look, I'm voting because I want things to get better. Financially. Most of these things that people vote on is due to finance. It has nothing to do with racism. For real. It's just what it is. But let's get into this video, man. This joint is crazy, funny, and motherfuckers ridiculous. For real.
Trump don't even like you or your kind. And if I catch you, I'll be right.
Was that a threat?
It was.
Why don't you just do something now?
Oh, you want me to beat your ass so I can go to jail?
Pulled her card.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do something right now then?
She rubbing her chest. She nervous.
Yeah. We don't provoke.
You're gonna regret this when you see it. She's gonna be very embarrassed when she grows up, gets some man.
Both y'all. Especially her.
Isn't that a good thing that he exists?
No, I don't like him, so he could die. I don't want to get canceled.
You canceled, girl.
I hope your future employers do not get wind of this video because you won't get a job.
You don't think so?
No, the amount of curse words you've said, you can't debate. And lawyers are meant to debate.
If you could say one thing to a Trump supporter, what would you say to them?
Oh, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Her name Caitlin Bennett.
Okay.
Sorry.
What would you say to a Trump supporter?
So, your Mexican family? Where is he now?
What?
Where's your Mexican family?
All right, go ahead and say it to him.
What? I'm a Trump supporter. What would you say to me?
Could you say what you said?
Hate everybody or
Do you
just
have a
like...
daughter?
No.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Oh.
Exactly why what?
Why you're the way you are now.
Yeah, like...
What does that mean?
A lot. Look at your hat.
What does that have to do with having a daughter, though? I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Oh, boy.
The women's rights. How he talk to women, how he treat women.
That's
You
true.
don't think that's...
He said
Could I answer this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a woman. I support Donald Trump. I am anti-abortion. I know that's what you're leading to, talking about women's rights. As a fellow woman...
I wasn't even going there.
Oh, okay, all right.
There,
okay,
but since,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
what rights, what women's rights am I talking about, that are you talking about that's not abortion?
Maybe I am talking about abortion.
I mean, there's just abortion and then you talk...
Yo, look, the one thing that all of these types of videos have in common is that they never have a real, true answer. When they get asked these questions, their brains just stop working because they don't even know why they feel the way they feel. It's just, I hate Donald Trump and everything else doesn't even matter. There's no logic that's put in their thoughts. And you're going to see right here. And this is, I'm talking about there's multiple platforms and channels of people who do content like this. And they all have this one thing in common, is that these Democrat people, so-called Democrats, because you don't even know for real, but they lean to the left. So you see the hate, you'll see hate when they mention Donald Trump. You'll see their whole mood change when they mention Donald Trump. And then you'll see no solution. No, they got no, like anytime you'll say anything like, what is one thing that Kamala Harris did when she was the vice president that benefited America? Not one single person can say anything positive. Why? Because she didn't do anything. So it is, that's what it all has in common.
It's about people's private parts, like it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So you're anti-abortion?
I am anti-abortion, yes.
Why?
Because I think that abortion takes the life of an innocent person, and I think that we shouldn't be killing innocent people, especially someone who
But it's not a person yet.
Okay.
When does it become a person?
When it's developed consciousness.
Can I ask you something? Okay, so what about the ones that are like
raped?
So what about somebody that got raped?
Look, I knew it.
Yeah, so that's a terrible, that I feel awful about that.
Yo, I never seen this video. I told y'all I really do my best not to view the videos, right? Because I want to react to them, because I never saw them. It's so predictable. It's the only argument that they have. Even though Donald Trump said that, you know, the exceptions, which was that word, you know, like in that realm, incest, rape, abuse, all of that, right? But even though that is wrong, doesn't mean that we have to, because them thing, and look up the statistics on that. How, like, you know, I'm not, anytime something that happens, it's not good. Like, there's not even a thought, like, to think about or be like, you know, questioning. No, it's not right, obviously. But the percentages of that happening is very, 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 very low. And I believe it's like under 1%, right? So when they bring up this argument, it's not a good argument. It's not a good argument. But like I said, all of these videos have the same thing in common. It's predictable. They say the same thing verbatim. I never seen this video. I knew that she was going to bring that up because that's what they bring up every time. Anytime you talk about abortion, they bring up rape. I want to say the other word, but I heard, you know, I'll be watching other people's content and they be, you know, trying not to say certain words because they don't want their video to get taken down. And I don't want none of my videos to get taken down, people.
Disgusting, and I think we need to have harsher punishments for people who abuse women and other people in general to that degree. They should have harsher punishments. However, I don't think that taking the life of the person who is conceived in an awful circumstance is. I don't think we should take the life of the baby. Yeah, that baby did nothing.
What about the ones that grow up in poverty?
Yeah, I don't think we should kill them either.
Yeah, because like most people can't be parents.
You know, they want to take away all the
stop having
They want to
sex.
take away the what is it called?
Hold on. So if someone might be poor, you believe in preemptively killing them before they might be poor?
Not just
Not
might
even.
be.
I feel like you should, if you know that you're not financially stable to have a child. I don't feel like, and if you know, yeah, you was having sex unprotected, but you got pregnant, but you know you don't have the means for a child.
What about adoption?
What about it?
Why not have the baby and put it up for adoption?
Do you know how kids are treated in adoption?
Do you think that
foster care?
He was adopted.
You were?
Yeah.
Well, you were one of the lucky ones that didn't get abused, raped. What?
Do you know how many parents? Do you know how many Americans are waiting to adopt in America right now?
Do you know how many people who adopt the children mistreat them?
Do you know how many
Do you know
are
how
waiting?
Many people that?
So I want to respond to that.
That's not, why would they call us out like this? Like, oh my, why are y'all calling me out right now? But
so
okay, yeah.
to explain, to respond to that, although the foster system might not be perfect for every person and every child, I don't think that we should abort them and end their life in utero to avoid maybe, because we don't know what anyone's life will be like. We don't know who will adopt them. So it's not okay to preemptively kill someone because they might suffer later.
But
Suffering.
either way it go, they're suffering.
You were in a womb once, right?
Excuse me?
You were in a womb once. You were in a womb once. I was in a womb.
I don't remember that.
Everybody, of course not. But the point is, that's just
I don't remember being 2 years old. Would it be okay to kill me when I was 2?
But you were born. We're talking about the ones that aren't. And when we even get deeper into that, they say before 6 weeks. Before 6.
Yo, just understand, this is how far we come as a people, where we're debating in the streets about killing children. Because that's what it is. Have you looked up abortions? Like, what do the procedures that these women... First of all, what it does to a woman's body is crazy, right? And then you got women that get multiple abortions. And this is what I mean about the Democrats have no solutions, right? Because they were literally giving abortions outside the DNC when they were having the DNC event. They literally had a bus out there and they were giving vasectomies and they were giving abortions. We know statistically, black people, first of all, Margaret Sanger started it to ultimately get rid of the black population. That's why it was started. So abortion, first of all, rose because they wanted to get rid of black people. Right? So instead of black people especially boycotting abortion and being against it because it was ultimately designed to get rid of black people, instead they champion it because your kid might be poor or because the mother or father might not be able to take care of their kids. But the one thing that they never tell people is, how about you just be responsible? Like, it's that simple. Like, literally, how about you just strap up? But instead of saying that, they rather just keep promoting abortion, killing innocent children that have nothing to do with you being irresponsible. And just like they said, there's literally other options. I've seen videos where people were trying to find their parents. They're like 30 years old. They've been trying to find them all their lives, and they found them and stuff like that. I've seen content like that. So these were kids that were given up to adoption agencies because the parents figured that they couldn't take care of them. But they didn't get rid of them. At least they still got a life. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. That's life in general. Now, everybody's going to grow up to be the parents of Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of life. You know what I mean? But we're gonna watch a little bit more of this.
Weeks, we don't know if it's a girl, boy. We don't know.
That's not true. At conception, it's determined your eye color, your hair color, your height, your proclivity to being obese at conception. Literally the sex. Yeah, so conception is before 6 weeks.
So you can tell that?
Yep, you can tell someone's gender and sex at conception.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have kids?
I do.
You have kids?
Yes.
And if you got pregnant by mistake and you were in a messed up situation, you would keep your child?
Yeah, so people don't get pregnant by mistakes because I don't think children are a mistake, no matter in what circumstances.
I don't think a 15-year-old got pregnant on purpose. No, do we?
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying that she got pregnant on purpose. I'm saying I don't think children are ever a mistake.
Sometimes.
No,
I mean,
no,
they're
they're
not
not. I'm going to answer your question though. If I got pregnant, let me answer.
So I'm losing brain cells, so I'm gonna fast forward this to see if there's any more content besides this conversation right here. But obviously, these are young retards who just are just willing to say anything and be down with anything. You know, they have no brain cells whatsoever that actually work. But let's fast forward, because I don't know this video. I know they started arguing. I think this whole video might have been on them. What's this?
Sign this shit.
What is his? What is he? What is his race? Is that his ethnicity?
He's Mexican. Yeah, he immigrated here legally.
Oh,
legally.
But his family probably didn't.
He was adopted. He told you that.
adopted? Oh, poor soul.
Why would that be so? Poor soul, what would have been a better situation for him to be in rather than being adopted?
Have a family?
Yeah. He has a family. He was adopted into a family who wanted him. Instead of being snuffed out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't watch no more of this, bro. Yo, these people are idiots. But this is a lot of people, man. They just don't get it. That whole abortion thing, bro, be blowing my shit because it's like, first of all, women control the access to sex. So when women say that mistakes and all of this stuff, excuses, is really an excuse, right, for her to build up the courage to go get an abortion, right? No. You chose, like, you're grown. You run around, I'm grown. What are you talking about? I'm grown. But you do grown shit. Grown shit comes with grown responsibilities. So you control the access to sex. Obviously, outside of, sexual, bullshit. When you go and have sex and be grown, everybody knows on the planet, even children know, at a certain age, that when you have sex, you have babies. Like, just what it is. The chances of you having a kid, if you have unprotected sex, is high. It's high. Unless you can't have kids, which is like a rare disorder, I would believe. You know what I mean? But they don't promote anything that's rational, logic, or nothing, bro. But let's get into an update, sort of an update on this whole Epstein thing. I figure I keep showing little things on it until, I guess, everybody gets the results that they want. Well, let's get straight into this video with the PBD Podcast.
Rob, you want to pull up the voting that they did yesterday, last night, the results of it. So the Rules Committee voted 149, motion by McGovern to make in Order Amendment 50, which this was in regards to the files to be preserved and release any records related to Jeffrey Epstein. 5-7, they lost.
What?
And the people that said yes were all liberals, except for one Republican. And the people that said nay were all Republicans. Tom, why would Republicans not want to release all the records on Jeffrey Epstein?
This is now really, really, really bothering me. This vote last night, I asked this question. Why wouldn't all of these people, because this is what people talked about during the election, during the campaign. And by the way, during some of their campaigns too. It's not just the president. It was other people about reelect me, send me back to Washington, and I will make sure they're JFK, MLK, Epstein, the files are released. Some of these people, I want to find some of these people that were conservatives, they campaigned on that. And Ro Khanna, who's been on this podcast, puts a motion out and says, okay, folks, I'll tell you what, let's all vote on it. Do we put a motion in place that says you should preserve and release the information? That's all Ro Khanna was doing there. And it's just shocking who's protecting who, because this is like a clear-cut statement here. Oh, if he has something, we're not going to compel him in this forum to push it out. Yeah. That's what they're saying. And that bothers me. This really bothers me when I'm told, don't look at anything, nothing to see here.
I have a position that I'm wondering, Tom,
But on this vote, these votes are bothersome.
That's what I was wondering. I'm trying to think strategy. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I'm trying to think strategy right now because it's one of two things. Either everybody there is there to protect the president, or everybody is taking this position because some sort of strategy. And I have some thoughts, but I want to go to Adam first.
Well,
Adam,
let me hear your thoughts.
Okay.
I love that I literally just wrote, there's two things. Either Donald Trump is compromised, meaning they have something on him, number one, or number two, somebody else is saying, don't dare release it because we're on it.
Or there's another or. Yeah. Or there's another or. So let's go through all three ors.
They're using it?
So let's go through all three yours. So number one is Donald Trump's on it. Okay. All right. So let's say that's the one where he doesn't want to go through. That's an easy one. If it's on there, it's on there. If it's not, it's not. If it's on there, prove it. But my suspicion to think he's on there is so low because Obama would have had it.
Yep.
Biden would have had it. They would have done everything in their power.
But what if they're on it, Pat? But what if they're on it?
Let me make my point, and I'm gonna hear everybody's thoughts. So the second thing that to me is if Trump's on it, they would have used it, they would have destroyed him, they would have smashed him. They would have never let him get into the White House. Ever let him get to the White House. So that's one. Two, the Republicans don't want to release it because, a lot of them are on there and, a lot of the money people are on there, so they don't want to release it because of whatever reason. Let's go to three. Politics is super nasty. Right? So just think about the game of politics. Play the game.
Okay.
Not as an outsider, be one. We're not politicians. We're not in the game. You're a podcaster. You're giving opinions.
Yes.
You're giving your thoughts. You're giving your perspective. You're not in the arena. You're not playing the game in the arena, right? You're not.
We're spectators.
We're spectators in the game of politics.
Yes.
We're spectators in the game of politics. Okay. But not go inside, okay, and play the game of politics. When you wake up in the morning and you have ambitions of moving up in politics, not if you wake up in the morning like, I'm just going to do my job and that's what I'm going to do and what is the reports I need to look at to respond. No, that's a person that's just been in Congress.
Hey, yo, real quick, I wanted to mention, too, because I didn't catch it yesterday, but Benny Johnson said a good point. He said that Ghislaine Maxwell, I think her name is, her first name is hard to pronounce, but she is still, she's like going through appeals. So technically, a lot of this information is still in court proceedings, basically, because she's still trying to get back on appeal. So she's still fighting her case. So this case is still open. So that also can play a part in why a lot of this information isn't being released also. So I just wanted to say that because I kind of missed it yesterday and I went over the video. I'll be watching my videos back just to see what I could work on and things like that. And I noticed that he said that, and I didn't speak about it yesterday on the video. So I just wanted to bring that up too while they discussing this, because that is a good point. Case is still open because she's still going through the appeal process. So that could be a reason why they're not releasing it too. But as they're saying, they had a vote, and basically Democrats voted to release it, and Republicans chose not to. So all of this stuff doesn't make Republicans look good at all. But like they said, and I said, this is bigger than what people think. There's people on both sides of the aisle that are involved, and obviously there's people that don't want this to get out, But I don't know, man. It's crazy because, like I said, if they had Trump in these files, they would have released it. Just like PBD and them said, that this would literally have came out already, like a long time ago.
Or senator, I'm talking about you are super ambitious. Man, one day I want to be that president, vice president. House of Rep, I want to be Speaker of the House. You're super ambitious, right? Nothing wrong with the way you're there. What is the first thing you look for when you wake up in the morning? Controversy on your opponent to call their asses out, okay? You're looking for any fumble you look for to call them out. Any fumble to look for to call them out, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Boom. Like Newsom's the best at it. First thing in the morning he wakes up, forget about what's going on in California. The first thing he looks at is, did Trump have a fumble? Did DeSantis have a fumble? the Nashville, Tennessee have a fumble, the Texas have a fumble, let me call their asses out. Why is he doing that? He's trying to be number one. He wants to be a president, okay? In the last 6 months, President Trump hasn't had a bigger fumble than this one. What has Clinton said about it?
Zero.
What has Hillary Clinton said about it?
Zero.
What's Biden said about it?
Nothing.
How about Jill? How about Barack? How about Michelle? How about Schumer? Why haven't they said anything about it? This is an easy opportunity to do one of these things.
100%.
You think Obama's going to get a let her chance like that go? You think Hillary? You think Hillary's going to let her chance go?
Crickets.
Can I ask why they haven't said anything? Why haven't you said anything?
That's a good point.
Is it because you're such a statesman and you're so noble and it's not the proper thing to do because we're not the president today and we're not like other people that go after the prior administration? I mean, Obama went
Never
after
stopped him
Bush.
before.
Obama went after Bush every chance. I've inherited this. I've inherited all of this. And how many times? Half of the Americans who never knew, a majority of immigrants who came to America and didn't know what the word inherited meant, they did right after Obama became president because he used the word every flipping day. I inherited this from the Bush previous administration. And how come you're not going after him? Why not? Rob, can you, maybe I'm wrong, can you go on one of these ChatGPT or Groks and just kind of search it and say, what have the biggest Democratic establishment voices said about the Epstein fumble President Trump had this past week? What has the biggest Democratic establishment voices have the biggest fumble said this week? Okay, let's just see what it says. And then we can specifically ask names. So, Ro Khanna, but these are not the biggest ones.
No.
Go bottom.
Nobody knows
Nobody
those guys.
knows those names. No, I'm saying ask specifically.
Like Bill
and say,
Clinton.
like figures like, what about Clinton's, Obama's, Biden's, Schumer,
Pelosi's.
The
Pelosi's.
Yeah, Pelosi's. Those types of names. That's the establishment,
I think Nancy did say something. I think she said something, Pat.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
Clinton's hasn't publicly commented on it.
I've been on vacation
Why
and I didn't
wouldn't
have good
you?
coverage.
Okay, but it's past 7, visiting the White House 17 times and flying on Epstein Island in the early 2000s. Epstein went to the White House 17 times? Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Hillary Clinton has remained largely silent on the latest development. Okay, Obama's hasn't had any public reaction to Trump's Epstein. However, Trump's strategy of blaming Obama Clinton for scandal shows how he's deflecting responsibility. Biden hasn't issued anything, but Democrats in Congress, no, I'm not talking about Democrats. Schumer has amplified the issue supporting demand for Epstein records and using conjunction. Okay, so that's one. Speaker Pelosi hasn't spoken about the recent fumble, but has historically led efforts to transparency. Okay, and this is ChatGPT. You know ChatGPT is generally going to be leaning a little bit to the left, right? Why haven't they? Why aren't they saying anything? Why are they quiet? So that leads me to think a guy sends me a message. I think Trump is playing 4D chess and all this other stuff. He's telling me this stuff. Okay, let's give that a little bit of credence. The fact that maybe they have so much intel that they're using this against them. Could it be? Could it be the fact that Obama's, Clinton's, all these guys are so quiet about this Epstein issue? They haven't said anything. They're just watching it from the outside. You're seeing Republicans fight each other. This is a perfect opportunity to jump in and say something. This is a very good opportunity to jump in and say something. You're not saying anything. Why aren't you saying anything? You've never been known for being noble. Your good friend Rahm Emanuel, who helped you with the elections when you were in Chicago and you were going to Schwartzman, hoping to get his support, and Rahm Emanuel and Schwartzman had a fight in that hotel room, the event that took place, whether it was a hotel room or a conference. Rahm Emanuel never let a crisis go to waste. Never. This is a crisis. You guys are letting it go to waste. Why are you letting it go to waste? I don't know. I don't know why
That's
you're
a
letting
good
it go to
question.
waste. I'm just curious. It's a value. It's a worthy question to ask
Very
to see
valid.
what's going on there.
And it's crazy that you brought up. It's like, think about that. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House under Clinton 17 times. And do you guys remember, little fun fact, Mark Middleton, you remember who he was, Rob? Remember that guy? Special assistant to Bill Clinton? He's the guy that signed him on 7 times, signed him on to come see the president, come see the White House. And that's the same guy that suicided himself with a extension cord in a tree hanged himself, shot himself with a shotgun, Pat, and they couldn't find the shotgun. Weird how that happens, guys. Isn't that weird? That's the guy, right, Rob? Mark Middleton. That's the guy, Pat. Remember they shot him, and the detectives were like, "Yeah, this is suicide." They're like, "But guess what? Can't find the gun." Weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
That they're eerily quiet.
Adam, where are you at with this?
So, I've been watching a lot of people over the weekend sort of have very emotional responses to what's going on here. And I put these people in 3 categories. There's
stupid, stupid, and really stupid?
That's just your 3rd category, Vinny.
Gotcha.
I'll save the best for last.
Gotcha.
There's the people who want the truth and they're frustrated and they have every right of knowing that. I totally get those people, totally understand that. The second tier of people, I believe, are people who are eating their popcorn watching this. It's like Game of Thrones and House of Cards and Tiger King all in one for these type of people. And then there's a third type of people, like my friend Vinny, who I love very much. And Jeffrey Epstein is living rent-free in your head. And you can't shake it. And every morning you wake up, you're like, dude, we need more information on Epstein.
Actually, I don't actually
It's like you're
listen.
watching the show.
That's not what I do in the morning.
And you're speculating, oh, it's this guy. It could be him. I don't know what's going on. When the reality is, and I mean this sincerely, you don't know shit, bro.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because
I'll retort when you're done.
If Pam Bondi is saying something,
Yeah.
and Kash Patel is saying something.
Oh, I believe them.
And Dan Bongino
Oh,
is saying something,
then
and Trump is saying
the
something.
government wouldn't lie at him. You're right.
Okay,
The government would never lie.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't know. So I have the humility, and I have the capacity to say, you know what? Does this matter? Yeah. Can I control any of this? 0. If Pam Bondi can't control this, and Dan Bongino can't control this, and Kash Patel, who basically platformed himself on this issue, can't solve this, Vinny ain't solving this, homie.
Who said I'm trying to
So
solve
you
it,
are.
Adam? No, I'm
because you
not.
put yourself out there,
Okay, good.
and you act like you're the authority on this. You're not.
Say, Adam,
and
when you have
hold
those
on,
3
my
groups.
my final point here is a common theme that we talk about on this show is signal
Yo, how you
versus
just
noise.
start coming at him?
To me, this is a whole bunch of noise. You're searching for Bigfoot when I'm trying to get rich and create things in my life.
Great.
So good luck with your search.
Great.
I'm going to go live in reality.
I have a
and I'm
fast
not
question for
and I'm not downplaying
Yeah.
the significance of this. I'm saying for most people who are fat, lazy, broke, the people I'm talking about, they're obsessed with stuff like this when they have so many personal issues in their life they can't fix. So they basically deflect and say, yeah.
All right, we got the gist of the video, started getting a little personal. So that's between them people. But yeah, man, this whole Epstein thing, man, got people going a little crazy, man. It is. It made some valid points. It's either Trump is on it, he doesn't want it to get out, or he's being pressured not to put it out because there is a lot of other people who could be compromised in this whole situation. But either way, to be honest, just knowing how the government works over the years, just learning different things about politics, it's not going to come out. It's just going to be what it's going to be. And they're going to make people just deal with it. Because Adam did make a good point. Listen, is this issue important? Yes, because it can expose a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, man, I'm worrying about me. I'm worrying about getting this money. I got other shit to worry about than Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I mean? But it is true. People are taking this and they're making this like they're consuming it to the point where they're like obsessed with it. And, I'm reporting on it because it's what I'm seeing. And, little new things coming out. So I'm going to let the people know what they talking about. It might be people that end up watching this and want to know and might get something out of this on this whole Jeffrey Epstein situation. Me personally, one way, shape, or form, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my thoughts. It doesn't affect anything. But I'm going to give people the scoop. And it is crazy, though. Because how do you campaign on this and then just not do it? You do everything else but this one thing. And then when they have a vote to release it, the Republicans are the ones who are not voting on it. it just looks shady, man. It looks shady, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, I wanna end today with just like giving somewhat of like some motivation, right? Because I've been seeing like certain people make excuses on the reasons why. I see a lot of people, we tend to do that sometimes, right? We make excuses. Now, mind you, this is just my opinion, this is just my thoughts, and this is coming from just my experience. I'm a person who was once homeless, on drugs, off the perks and all that, fucked up, and been to jail many a times, prison twice, did 2 bids, hella time away from my son, and I was able to get up out of there by the grace of God helping me and him giving me the awareness that I do still have. And I had then, but I had my weak moments, and now it's on to better things. And I'm a person that has felonies on my jacket. I came home, I had multiple jobs that I wasn't able to get because of my background. That I got. They were going to hire me, and they ended up not hiring me because of my background came back, right? I got a pretty bad background, some would say, right? So, but I work. I've been working since I've been home faithfully. I got a few things. I'm not like nowhere near where I want to be at in life, but I'm not hurting. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I can appreciate it more because of the things I have went through. And I put myself in them positions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame nobody. I didn't blame nobody. I did my time. I came home. Now I'm having a beautiful family. I got my own. I went from coming home with zero, not having nothing, to now, I got just the regular stuff. I got my own spot, car, job, the basics. I'm not doing anything special. But the one thing that I want people to understand is that in life in general, and no matter what you do, I tell my son this all the time, you have to put in the work. We got to work. And that's the one thing that I'm super glad. One of the things that I'm super glad both my parents taught me growing up was hard work. And my dad especially taught me that you don't get nothing unless you earn it. And that's the truth. If I don't go to work and show up every day and work and do what I got to do, work overtime, whatever it is I got to do to pay my bills, them bills don't get paid. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a car to drive. We need to stop making excuses, people. You know what I'm saying? I see a bunch of people making excuses, and we need to stop making excuses on why we are where we are. God gave us free will to make our own choices, and the choices you made and make ultimately are going to put you where you deserve to be. So, meaning if you're not working, if you're not working hard, if you're not spending your money wisely, it's going to show. You know what I mean? Especially as a man, you definitely have to get to it. We providers, we protectors. So if you're not out here trying to provide and protect for your family, you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man. And this is not me judging nobody, coming at, making anybody feel no type of way. It's just the truth, man. We got to go hard. And I feel like I'm an example of, and I got friends who are examples of people that were at the bottom, right? We were at the bottom of the bottom. And now, I'm engaged to be married. My man's same thing. He's married, living in a whole nother state, doing great for himself. And it's all because we didn't make no excuses at the end of the day. We took it on the chin. We understood that we made some bad choices, and then we kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? So, more of the story, put in that motherfucking work. Don't make no excuses. Get to it. No matter how much it hurt, no matter how much time you got to sacrifice, make sure you wake up every day, be able to look at the person in the mirror, and keep grinding and stay focused, people. This your boy SL550. I'm out. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so every time I drop some content, y'all get notified, man. I'm out.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.